to order at 6:31. May I have a roll call, please?
Robin Barker,
Here.
Cheryl Bigelow,
Here.
Judy Borey,
Here.
Barbara Fitzgerald,
Present.
Cheryl Hall,
Here.
Catherine Meek,
Here.
and Vera Walters.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Okay, are there any questions on either the agenda or the minutes? Questions, concerns, comments on either one of them? Then that can be combined into a single motion. So I'd call for a motion on the agenda and the minutes.
I move that we accept the agenda and the minutes from March 14th.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, may I have a roll call, please?
Robin Barker,
Yes?
Cheryl Bigelow,
Yes.
Judy Borey,
Yes.
Barbara Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Cheryl Hall,
Yes.
Catherine Meek,
Yes.
Vera Walters.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, thank you. Do we have any communications or correspondence?
We do not, but I think you skipped call to the public.
Well,
Or maybe you specifically,
I skipped it because
You did,
there
because you
was no public. And, you know, I looked up. I did scan the room.
thank you.
You're welcome. And you say no?
No on correspondence and communications.
Okay, how about your report then, Pam?
Yes, the librarian's report. Thank you all for being here tonight. Pam Harrison, Library Director. And we're going to start off our report with, our monthly stats for April and March. April actually saw a drop in circulation, patron visits, and total program attendance from March. We think that is probably most likely due to winter visitors returning home. But you might have noticed that on April's off-site attendance, down here in this right-hand corner, off the charts, between going to celebrations and schools and carnivals and to the South AJ new communities and the solar eclipse event, we did a staggering 1,100 participants over that. So we're really proud of our outreach team for those endeavors. And those are the March statistics. So as you could see, the program attendance was over 4,000, and it was just under that for April. One of the events that was attended in April was the April Pools Day, which of course we know is a very popular event with the city because Parks and Recreation has been doing that event for quite a long time, and they asked the bookmobile to come by, and it was a very well-attended event. April Pools Day is, if you're not aware, the pool opening celebration, and it's also their water safety event. They gave out calendars at the event, some AJPL swag, some heat safety activity coloring packets, and of course, library information. And these two gals talked to about 100 people. They renewed some of the expired library cards of kids and parents that were attending the event, and they created 9 new library cards. They said they also checked out a lot of books. Hopefully they did not go near the pool. But all in all, they said it was a great success, and they love collaborating with Parks and Rec. So we will continue to do that event, I'm sure, in the future.
I really, really love the mobile library.
I know,
Yeah,
it's so
I
great.
do, yes.
This was a craft night that was held back in either March or April. I'm sorry, I don't have the date in front of me. But it was well attended with 21 in attendance birdhouse luminaries. These birdhouses were made entirely from the Cricut machines. Our library staff that did this event, they had the machine in the room for them to see how it worked. They were told about the machine being available in our makerspace during our operation hours. However, everything for the birdhouses were already cut, so they didn't actually use the machine, but they did get to see it demonstrated. The surprise at the end of this program was that inside each of the birdhouses, there was a tea light inside with a paper bird wrapped around it. So when you go in a dark room and you turn the tea light on, it looks like there's a bird in the birdhouse. Homeschool socials. I've talked about this in the past. This is a monthly event that is put on by our youth department. And it came about because we do have a large homeschool community here in Apache Junction, and they do frequent the library. And many of them were asking for an event that was kind of geared specifically to their kids. So this event was created. It's where homeschool patrons get together, meet other homeschoolers, and they always learn an interactive STEM-related activity. So April, since it was Earth Day month, they did Earth Day dirt cups, which I'm sure tasted a lot better than they looked. And then this month is edible engineering. They not only do this craft, but they also talk about the science behind it. So for Earth Day, it was about the Earth's soil and how the Earth cycles the soil, related topics related to that. They'll do the same for the edible engineering. But they always have about 45 to 50 people at these events, and everyone has a great time. And the youth librarians are really good about connecting them to all the different books and online resources that we have for their schooling.
Pam, do we know how many kids are being homeschooled
In the city?
in the city?
Not an idea, no.
Is there any way to get a number on those kids?
I probably could. I can look into the State Department of Education. I'm sure has some numbers on it. So yeah, I can definitely look into it. I do know that we do have a large homeschooling group that comes from Santan Valley. So of course they're unincorporated, but I could probably get either numbers for the surrounding region or Apache Junction. It should be pretty easy to do.
Do you know Rosie over at Project Help?
I do not.
She might be the person to know.
Okay. Rosie at Project Help.
She's been there forever.
Now, what age group is this geared towards?
These are geared for ages 6 and up.
Okay.
They're pretty, the parents are in there with them, so it's led by the youth staff, and there's only 1 or 2 of them, and there's like 30 kids.
Yeah.
So the parents help them, but
I have a neighbor who has 6 kids that are homeschooled.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she tries to make it, or they try to make it so that it can be enjoyed by all of the ages. And sometimes the older kids will help the younger kids and
Right.
explain things. The edible engineering, I believe this is one that I've done in the past. It's where they learn about DNA, and they put together like the different strands using marshmallows and gummy bears or whatever else. And then of course they get to eat it at the end. So, food always brings in the crowd. So
Yeah.
yes, but yes, we're never going to kick anybody out. So any ages are welcome.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about summer reading. Can you believe it's summer already? Some people are rejoicing, others are not. We have a jam-packed schedule. I mean, jam-packed for the next couple of months. I don't know how our staff does it, but they just love programming, and they love bringing in people, and they love talking about the library. We have this brochure that you can get at the library, or it's on the website. And I know when they were making it, they were running out of room. And I was like, you might have to like pare down a little bit. And they're like, no, we'll fit it on here. So this is just jam-packed. I'll give you some highlights on programs, but just to tell you first about the summer reading program, of course, the idea is to get kids, families into the library, checking out books to prevent that summer slide, because you'd be amazed how much they can lose learning-wise in 10 weeks, 8 weeks being out of school. So the whole reason to do this is to get books in their hands and get them reading no matter what it is. So to get them to do that, of course, it helps to have prizes. So we have 4 different age groups. We have preschool, which is birth to 4. Our kids group is 5 to 12 years old. Teens is 13 to 17, and adults is 18 plus. So yes, adults do participate. We encourage the adults to sign up first, then sign up their kids underneath them, so they're like a family group. And we do prizes for all of these groups, and I'm not going to get into every single prize and how many minutes you have to read, but we have some great prizes. We always have a pool pass or an MGC pass, which Parks and Rec donates to us every year, so we're so grateful for that. We have this year some great prizes that we got through our management office, our development services. I can't think of the name of the office. It's Fox and his intern, Emily, who's wonderful. They were able to get us some free kids meals at Texas Roadhouse, EG's free food, Bahama Bucks, Culver's Kids Meals, and for adults, free appetizer at Texas Roadhouse, Culver's concrete mixers. So really nice food prizes, of course, and then for the little kids too, they get their rubber duck, which every year we have a rubber duck. I just saw a huge box of rubber ducks in the office today, and I was like, yep, it's summer reading. There's 5,000 rubber ducks here. And then at the end, if they finished all of the reading that their goal is for the year, for everybody that's not a preschooler, it's 1,000 minutes, so it's not hard to reach. They get to choose a free book from the Scholastic Book Fair, which is the second week of July. So we have great sponsors this year, and let me tell you a little bit about some of the programs that are just off the charts awesome. One of the first events is a Taylor Swift party. I don't know how we're going to handle that. And who put it at the beginning of summer reading when it's the busiest? So yeah, there's a Swiftie party. Wildlife Encounter, Liberty Wildlife will be out talking about owls and birds, so we expect to see Vera there, of course. Vera's actually doing a program for teens and adults, Museums of Arizona. So she's going to talk about all the museums around our great state. Sunset Stories at Silly Mountain is a collaborative program we're doing with Parks and Rec. The planetarium will be back, so the kids can go inside the indoor planetarium and learn about space and see all the constellations. We have I missed a slide on the babysitting workshop, and it's coming up. Forget it. We have a babysitting workshop. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I'm not to the end of the PowerPoint yet. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Adventure Escape Room. Gather your team and join the adventure for adults and teens. That's brought on to us by the Central Arizona College. Of course, Books and Brews is back. Tonight is the first night. So if we get out of here early enough, you can go down to Books and Brews and go see Megan. So they got that still going on. Bridgerton Tea. Bridgerton, I think, is in its third season coming up. Yes, I knew she would know. So yes, they'll have, you're invited to tea, dress accordingly. They're going to dance, have tea, do crafts, talk about people. And then creative writing workshop, really excited about this one, and ASU professors coming in to do a series on casual creative writing. So that's just a very small bit of what's going on. We have, like I said, tons and tons of programs. So please look at the website, get the calendar, sign up to track your minutes, and get all those free prizes. Here we are. Now we're back to what I was looking for. We are having an education information night with Central Arizona College. They're going to be here Wednesday, May 29th in the evenings. You can learn about career pathways, financial aid, and get help with applications from representatives from the college. Met some of these wonderful college people recently, and they're just so passionate and so energetic, and I reached out to them and said, we really need you to come, and even if you need to come several times before it catches, attention, we got to start somewhere. So we're hoping word gets out about the education information night, because they have so many programs where a lot of kids can go for very low cost or even for free. Here's the babysitting workshop. We used to do this way long ago when we'd have Red Cross come in and do it. Well, now we're kind of doing our own. We are having Superstition Fire Medical District come out, and they're going to do some basic safety, but they're also going to have sessions on learning about simple crafts you could do with kids to keep them busy, keep them off the TV, keep them reading, simple meals and snacks you can make, how to market your babysitting business, and just everything, every young kid should know about beginning their babysitting career. So this should be a lot of fun. It's from 12 to 4, also on May 29th. AARP Tax Aid. As you know, we had our tax season, and it was popular and wonderful as always. And let me find the statistics on that one. We had 21 volunteers from AARP, and they worked approximately 1,260 hours to provide tax information and complete tax returns for 900 people. So 900 people got their free taxes done. They said it was a very good year for us, and we are extremely grateful for the excellent support provided by all the staff of the Apache Junction Public Library. And we love them too, so we look forward to next year, and they're always looking for ways to get more people in so that they can get more taxes done. And then lastly, Tracy Curtis has retired.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Tracy left us a couple weeks ago. She didn't want to make a big pizzazz about it. She wanted to go quietly, so we went along with her wishes. We had a very small party for her at the library, but she was with us for 16 years. I believe she began in 2008? Yes, 2008 as a supervisory librarian. It was right around the recession. And then in 2013, or at the very end of 2012, she was promoted to the library manager, where she stayed until her retirement. And you always knew Tracy was in the library. She was very exuberant, had a very infectious laugh, a very avid reader, very well read, loved doing reader's advisory. She loved facilitating the book discussion groups and selecting fiction titles for the collections. She's also the staff liaison who maintained our open communication with our Friends of the Library group and with all of our staff. So we just want to wish Tracy a very happy and hopefully relaxing retirement. But I do have to tell you, she's already applied to be a volunteer. So I don't think.
No way Tracy could sit in.
I know.
It would be
So,
impossible.
so I don't think we will not see her. So we'll just see her in a different capacity. So congratulations to Tracy, and thank you for all of your hard years of work with us at the library. And it's definitely not going to be the same without her. And that is it for my librarian's report.
That was so informative. Thank you.
You're welcome.
very
Thank you.
much. Lots and lots of programs.
It's what we do.
They sound so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our staff has just taken programming above and beyond what you find at most libraries.
That's
it's just
wonderful.
incredible, and they just embrace it and love it, and are always looking for new ideas and new ways to get more people in. So applaud them for all their hard work and enthusiasm.
Definitely.
I'm going to tell you my overall favorite is Bibliobites.
I know. You keep saying that.
I was just there yesterday, and I learned how to make hummus.
Oh.
Oh,
good for
that's
you.
right. I forgot to go try it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Megan and Lit, they're just the cutest. They are just so cute and the perfect team.
They are. They are. Yeah, I think they'll be doing that until they retire.
I think next month is trail mix.
It is trail mix.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
supposed to
registered
be
already.
going along with the adventure theme
Yep.
for SRP, Summer Reading Program, not Salt River Project. And
and it was,
they wanted
it
something
was
that all
also
ages could do.
impressive-
I'm sorry, Vera.
I'm sorry. It was impressive to see that Leah and Megan also went through the leadership training for the city.
Yes, they
Yes,
did.
yes.
Yeah, I was glad to see that in the paper.
Yeah. It was. They learned a lot, and they shared a little tidbit. I had them share something at every staff meeting about what they learned, just to kind of share their knowledge. And they said the one thing they weren't aware of, though, is how late it went. It was hard to get up the next morning, but they did it.
All right. Do we have any old business?
We do not.
Okay. Then let us move on to new business. Okay, the library board shall consider business not previously agendized and discuss at regularly scheduled library board meetings. No member of the public, you guys can't talk, okay? Unless you are invited to. All right. We need to set a date in June for the special board meeting to discuss and approve the 2023-24 Library Board Trustees Annual Report.
Yes.
Anybody?
I'm sorry. Okay, so let me explain this a little bit for those that are new. We, next month, will be presenting you with our annual report, which is our report of the year, which is part of our bylaws. We always have to set a date for this because it wouldn't necessarily fall on what used to be our consistent date of the second Thursday. And actually, I can't be the second Thursday because I'm not in town.
Me
So-
either.
Okay, well, good. The thing that we have to keep in mind, though, is that
Has to be done.
other boards are using the chambers, and so we're kind of limited to dates, like really limited. And also, all of the information has to be, Sancy has to upload that into her council's board software, whatever, by June 17th. Am I correct in that? Is it the 13th? Okay, I thought it was the 17th. But regardless, the second Tuesday would have been June 13th, which I said I'm out of town. Other boards use the chambers on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so we're kind of limited. And then we got council meetings. I wanted to bring up the date of Thursday, June 6th. That is a date that's not, the chamber's not in use, and it would give us time to still hopefully get your approval on the annual report and then get it put through all the proper channels to go to the city council in time.
I will be out of town the first 2 weeks of June,
Okay.
so whatever you decide,
Okay.
I won't be here. I'm going to be in Scotland.
Oh, again? Hey,
Yeah.
lucky you.
Yeah. So does anybody have a thought on the date that Pam just gave us, which was what, I'm sorry?
Thursday, June 6th,
Thursday, June 6th.
as a possibility?
I'm available as well. I am too.
Okay. That would be the
About
best.
7.
Otherwise, we're,
Or not 7, 6:30.
yeah, 6:30, that normal time. Okay.
Could I have a
get-
motion
yeah.
on that then?
Is Vera able?
Vera,
Yes,
Thursday, June 6th?
that works for me.
Okay.
So I would move that we would set Thursday, June 6th at 6:30 PM for the special board meeting to discuss and approve the trustees annual report.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Robin Barker,
Yes.
Cheryl Bigelow,
Yes.
Judy Borey,
Yes.
Barbara Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Cheryl Hall,
Yes.
Catherine Meek,
Yes.
Vera Walters.
Yes,
Okay, second item on this is a discussion and possible
I do.
vote on wording changes to charges, which is the last page in your packet. And you'll see the highlighted areas where the charges, either the charges have been changed or the wording has been changed, dependent. Pam, you want to go further with that?
Sure. The reason for these changes is because we do have some accessories that were not in the current charges schedule, which would be the youth backpacks. The other changes are just wording changes to better reflect what they are. We don't really use the word multimedia anymore, so we changed it to media covers. Audio video case, we changed to CD or DVD. We actually don't use magazine envelopes anymore. but we replaced that with our book club bags, which we have our logo imprinted on them, so their price can change based on whatever they're selling them for. And then the last one is multimedia cases again, just changing it to cases, chargers, etc. for electronic devices. So this would be like our hotspots, our Rokus, things that plug into the wall, or have a case that we have to order from a vendor. And that would also be a current vendor price because those do fluctuate or change.
So this is a user charge when they return something without that?
Exactly. If it's missing, like they bring back the book club books, but they don't bring back the bag, then we have to buy a new bag. But it's not like fees or, excuse me, it's not like fines or anything. Yeah.
And these fees won't be, in other words, they will have to pay this fee.
Yes,
I mean, they
we
won't
have
be
been charging
excused.
these since the beginning of time. We always charged something for missing pieces, is what we call them. If something like somebody returns a DVD, but they said their dog ate the case, or they ran over it with the stroller, whatever, they have to pay for the case. So the cost for a case, for a CD or DVD, we've been charging $2 now for forever. So we're not proposing to change the cost, but we did want to change the wording so it's better reflective of what it is. So yeah, so we can show them this schedule of charges, and so they get an idea of why they're being charged. And it doesn't happen that often, but once in a while we do charge them.
Any other questions, comments? If not, could I have a motion to reflect the changes?
Bless you.
I motion that we accept the proposed changes to the fee schedule.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Robin Barker,
Yes.
Cheryl Bigelow,
Yes.
Judy Borey,
Yes.
Barbara Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Cheryl Hall,
Yes.
Catherine Meek,
Yes.
Vera Walters.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, let's move on to requests for future agenda items. Do we have any such requests? Seeing none. I would-
Maybe just the the update on the homeschooling.
Homeschoolers, yes.
Uh-huh.
Any others? All right, hearing none, I will adjourn the meeting at just before 7 o'clock. And I get to hit the gavel.
Thank you, Vera.